In a world filled with endless distractions, the mind often wanders like a restless leaf in the wind. But what if I told you that the secret to achieving anything, your greatest dreams, your most ambitious goals, rests not in talent or luck, but in discipline? Today, I wish to share with you the simple but profound power of discipline and how it can transform your life. Discipline is often misunderstood. People think of it as a rigid, joyless force. But in truth, discipline is freedom. It is the path to becoming the master of your own mind, rather than being a servant to your desires and fears. When I first began my journey as a monk, I struggled with this idea. Like many of you, I believed that freedom was doing whatever my heart desired. Eating when I was hungry, sleeping when I was tired, indulging in every moment of comfort. But I quickly realized that this led not to freedom, but to chaos. The mind without direction becomes a slave to its whims. It pulls you in 1,000 directions, leaving you exhausted, frustrated, and unfulfilled. Discipline is like this stream. It is steady, focused. It flows in one direction, cutting through the earth over time, creating a clear path. Without discipline, we are like the scattered raindrops, falling without purpose, absorbed into the soil, lost. When we practice discipline, whether it's in our work, our relationships, or even our own thoughts, we harness the power of that stream. We gain clarity, focus, and ultimately, the ability to move toward our goals with intention and strength. But how do we cultivate this discipline? It begins with small, consistent actions. You see, discipline is not about grand gestures. It is about honoring the commitments you make to yourself each and every day. When the alarm rings in the early hours, discipline is the voice that says, rise. When the task feels too great, discipline says, begin. It's in these moments when no one is watching that discipline shapes us. And over time, these small actions compound into something extraordinary. I once met a young man who came to our monastery seeking wisdom. He was lost, as many are. He had great dreams, but no sense of direction. His mind was scattered. I asked him to start with a simple task. Wake up at dawn and meditate for just 5 minutes every day. He laughed at how easy it seemed. But after the first week, he struggled. 5 minutes feels like a lifetime, he said. My mind is restless. I told him that this restlessness is the reason he must continue. Slowly, day by day, his mind settled. He grew stronger in his practice, and before long, he was waking up not just to meditate, but to work on his goals with renewed purpose. What he discovered is something we all must learn. Discipline builds inner strength. It is a practice, not a punishment, and it leads us to the deepest form of freedom, freedom from our own limitations. Whether you are striving to write a book, run a marathon, or simply be more present with your loved ones, discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It sharpens your mind, strengthens your spirit, and over time, it changes the very fabric of who you are. In this fast-paced world, filled with distractions, we often chase instant gratification. But true fulfillment comes from a steady, purposeful progress. Discipline reminds us that the most rewarding paths are often the most challenging. And yet, with each step, we become stronger, more resilient, more connected to our deeper selves. So I leave you with this thought. What is one small discipline you can begin today? One step that, if practiced daily, could lead you closer to your true potential? Start small, be patient with yourself, and trust that with discipline, you hold the key to unlocking a life of purpose, clarity, and boundless achievement. Remember, the greatest journey begins with a single step, and that step is yours to take. Thank you for being here with me today. I wish you peace and strength on your journey.